Ethan Carter had never been the kind of man who ran toward danger. A single dad, mechanic by day, grocery delivery driver by night, every choice he made was for his 7-year-old daughter, Lily. His life was simple, predictable, and safe. Until the morning everything changed. The mountain road was empty except for Ethan's rusty blue pickup and the sleek black SUV crashing violently in front of him. Metal screamed, tires spun, the SUV shattered through the guardrail and clung half dangling over a deadly ravine. Ethan slammed his brakes. Smoke, sparks, a man's voice, weak, desperate. Help, somebody, please. Ethan rushed forward, gravel slipping beneath his boots. Through the cracked windshield he saw a man pinned by the dashboard, blood on his temple, eyes wide with fear. A man Ethan instantly recognized. Alexander Drake, billionaire, CEO, philanthropist, one of the most powerful men in America. Ethan's heart pounded. This wasn't just any accident. This was destiny throwing him into a fire he'd never asked for. Leave me and save yourself. Sir, don't move, Ethan said, gripping the SUV door. I'm getting you out. Drake coughed, wincing. No, listen to me. The car's slipping, the weight, if you try to pull me out, we both go down. The vehicle groaned, inching toward the abyss. Leave me and save yourself. The billionaire shouted, voice hoarse, terrified yet strangely calm. Go call for help. You have a daughter, you can't die here. Ethan froze. How did he know about Lily? Drake forced a painful smile. You work at Carter's Auto. I visited last month for a fundraiser. You had her picture on your toolbox. Ethan swallowed hard. The billionaire remembered him. Before he could think, Ethan's phone buzzed in his pocket. A text message. Lily. Daddy, can you bring me pizza after school? I love you. Heart. The sight of those words nearly broke him. Logic screamed. Run. Instinct whispered. Stay. And his heart already knew the answer. No, Ethan whispered. I'm not leaving you. A single dad against $1 billion machine. The SUV tilted another inch. Rocks clattered into the void below. Ethan gripped the twisted metal door, praying under his breath, and pulled with everything he had. Nothing. He tried again, tendons burning, lungs screaming for air. Still nothing. Ethan, Drake gasped, listen to me. I've lived my life. You still have yours. Don't throw it away. Ethan gritted his teeth. My daughter deserves a father who does the right thing. Not one who runs. He climbed onto the collapsing frame, dangerously close to the edge, and braced his shoulder against the door. He pushed. He fought. He cursed. He begged. At last, the door tore open with a tortured screech. Ethan exhaled shakily. Half the battle won. Okay, he said, breathing hard. Now your turn. He unbuckled the billionaire, just as the SUV lurched forward violently. They both froze. Drake's face went pale. It's going to fall. Ethan grabbed his arm. Not if we move now. The moment everything snapped, the ground shifted. The metal frame groaned. Then, crack, the rear axle broke loose. For one terrifying second, the SUV hung by nothing but a miracle. Drake's hand slipped. Ethan lunged, grabbing him just before the billionaire plunged into the ravine. Their fingers locked. Ethan felt the weight drag him forward, toward death. He dug his heels into the dirt, teeth clenched, every muscle screaming as he held on. Ethan, Drake shouted, let go, you'll die. Not today, Ethan roared. The ground slid beneath them. Stones tumbled. Ethan's boots hit loose gravel and he lost traction. Except, a memory hit him, Lily, rushing into his arms every day after school. Her laughter, her tiny hands gripping his cheeks, saying, Daddy, you're my hero. He slammed his knee into the dirt, found a root, and anchored himself. With a final primal scream, Ethan hauled the billionaire up and away from the edge just as the SUV plunged downward, exploding against the rocks below. Silence. A wind swept through the canyon, cold and breathtaking. Ethan collapsed onto his back, chest heaving, eyes burning with tears he didn't understand. Drake lay beside him, staring at the sky as if seeing it for the first time. You saved my life, he whispered. Ethan closed his eyes. I saved the man my daughter would have wanted me to. The unexpected twist. Most people would have walked away with nothing but a thank you. But Alexander Drake was not most people. The next morning, Ethan was getting ready to drop Lily at school when he heard a knock. He opened the door. There stood the billionaire, with his arm in a sling, a bandage across his forehead, and an expression Ethan had never seen on a powerful man. Humility. Ethan Carter, Drake said softly, you risked everything yesterday. Men with 1,000 times your wealth never would have done what you did. Ethan shrugged awkwardly. Anyone would've. No, Drake replied, they wouldn't. He knelt to Lily's level. You have a brave father, he whispered. A rare man in this world. Lily smiled shyly. He's my super dad. Drake stood, his voice steady. Ethan, I want to change your life. Ethan froze. I can't accept. This isn't charity, Drake interrupted. This is gratitude. He handed Ethan an envelope. Inside was a job offer. Head of Safety and Community Partnerships. Drake Industries. Salary, $280,000 a year. Full benefits, covering Lily, too. Ethan stared at the paper, dizzy. I'm not, he stammered. I'm just a mechanic. Not anymore, Drake said, placing a hand on his shoulder. You're the man who saved me when the world would have let me die. I want people like you leading my company. Months later, Ethan's life transformed. He no longer worked double shifts. He no longer worried about bills. He no longer wondered whether he was enough for his daughter. Lily had a safe home, a brighter future, a father who came home for dinner every night. And Alexander Drake, he visited often, not as a billionaire, not as a CEO, but as a friend. On the anniversary of the accident, Drake invited Ethan and Lily to a new shelter his company had funded, dedicated to first responders and single parents. A plaque at the entrance read, "To Ethan Carter, the man who proved that heroes don't need capes or riches. They just need heart." Ethan blinked rapidly, overwhelmed. You didn't have to do this, he whispered. Drake smiled. You didn't have to save me. A meaningful impact. The story spread across the nation. News outlets titled it, "Single Dad Saves Billionaire," and changes both their lives. People in the USA, UK, and Canada praised Ethan for his courage, calling him the kind of hero the world needed more of. And for the first time in a long time, Ethan believed it too. One evening, as he tucked Lily into bed, she looked up at him with sleepy eyes. Daddy, she said softly, why did you save Mr. Drake? Ethan thought for a moment. Because sometimes, he whispered, brushing her hair aside, the right thing to do is the hardest. And when you choose kindness, kindness finds its way back to you. Lily hugged him tight. You really are a hero. And for once, he didn't argue.